So you want to save money on your next celebrity cruise? Well, you've clicked on the right video. I've been on over 10 celebrity cruises in the past 2 years alone, and along the way, I've picked up a bunch of tips and tricks that will help you avoid overpaying. I mean, sure, you can save by booking super early or really late, sail just before or after peak season, stick to interior rooms only, or avoiding all add-ons completely. Those are quite obvious. But today, I'm going to share 7 smart strategies that will help you save a ton of money on your next celebrity cruise. So first, let's talk about guaranteed rooms. They are a great way to save money if you don't mind where the room is located. Now, there are some trade-offs. You might end up with obstructed views. Think lifeboats in front of your window. Your room could be noisy, especially if it's under a venue, near a crew area, or next to an elevator. I learned this the hard way on the Celebrity Summit. I'll link a video for you above if you want to hear exactly how loud it really got. It was absolutely a very eye-opening experience, I'll put it that way. If peace and quiet is important to you, pay a bit more money and pick your room that's surrounded by other passenger rooms. Above, below, and on both sides, there should be passenger rooms. This is your best chance of having the quietest room on the ship. Now, alternatively, you can gamble for an upgrade. You feeling lucky? Because you can't pick a guaranteed room, then show up early on embarkation day and ask guest services if there's an upgrade available at a discounted price. If there are rooms open on the ship, you can save cash and still get a really nice room. Now, a word of caution here. Be careful with the move-up bidding program. If you bid and win, you may lose a perfectly located room that we just talked about, surrounded by all other passenger rooms, and end up in a less desirable one. If your bid is accepted, there is no way of going back, and you're not going to know what room they'll pick for you. So be very careful and know what you're getting into when you're bidding on those rooms. Also, don't make your final payment until the very last possible date. Monitor the cruise prices online. If the price drops before you pay, you can call and ask for a price adjustment. Even after payment, it's worth calling. You might get money back or maybe some extra onboard credit or maybe other perks, but not paying until the very last date gives you the most flexibility and options. Next, you want to be smart about add-on packages. They are great if you actually use them. If you're planning on drinking a lot of alcohol, coffee, water, or juice, it might be worth it. But do the math. I made 2 separate videos breaking down alcoholic and non-alcoholic drink packages. Check those out to see exactly how much you need to drink to make it worth your money. Now, a few tips for you when it comes to drinks. If you only drink bottled water, you can pre-purchase it for your room prior to your cruise in the planner. So they'll deliver a box of water to your room on embarkation day, and then you can drink that whenever you want. Now, non-alcoholic drink packages are great for juices, soda, bottled water, coffee, and tea. So if you drink a lot of those, this could be a good option for you. But again, those videos will break down everything you need to know about them. Now, when it comes to alcohol, if you're an occasional wine drinker, consider paying a la carte and skipping the full alcohol package. Now, bonus tip for you. If you're a member of the Celebrities Captain Club, you can get discounts on drink packages once you reach a certain tier. Now, embarkation tip for you. You are allowed to bring drink packages on board only on embarkation day, and it must be hand carried. You can bring as much as you can carry: soda, water, or juice. You're also allowed 1 750 milliliter bottle of wine per adult in your carry-on. Now, these rules may be adjusted or changed, so I do suggest that you go to the Celebrities website, go to their FAQ, and take a look at what they say. Sometimes things change, but as of the date of this video, you are allowed to do all of the things that I just mentioned. If you're a big foodie and planning on visiting more than 3 or more specialty paid restaurants, a dining package will definitely save you a ton of money. Unlimited dining packages also include lunch. Now, I'm a big foodie and I definitely get the dining packages. I'll link a video for you above that'll give you more tips when it comes to food related items. If you're a big foodie, you definitely want to watch that video. Now, I'll give you another pro tip. You can ask the maitre d's if there are any last-minute discounts at specialty restaurants throughout your cruise. Sometimes you can get 30 to 40% off if they have availability. I mean, it's not a guaranteed for sure, but it's definitely worth asking. You may not get the best days that are available, but hey, 30 to 40% off for a specialty restaurant, if you're flexible, that's a great deal. Now, you always want to make sure you keep an eye out on that cruise planner. Pre-purchasing packages, excursions, and internet ahead of time can save you a lot of money. Celebrity runs sales throughout the year. Black Friday, for example, is a pretty big one. Last year, I saved 35% on my drink package just by buying it during the Black Friday sale. You can also find great deals around the holidays and during off-seasonal promos. So if you're going on a cruise, you have it booked, make sure that you actually buy your cruise planner activities and other things that you're gonna add on to the cruise. When there is a sale, it just makes the most sense. Speaking about making a lot of sense and not missing out on great deals, I'll link another video for you above that goes over 9 beginner tips anyone sailing on Celebrity must know. Make sure you watch that video after this one. Now, some other money-saving tips for you. Only buy internet after a few days into your cruise. It's prorated, and you'll save if you don't need it immediately. First day of your cruise, you can use your cell phone for about 1 hour after the ship leaves port, provided you have service actually in the port that you're leaving from. But you can also use free Wi-Fi in cruise ports if you have stops early in your trip. Doing this or buying internet for just 1 day out of your trip will save you a ton of money and will still allow you to check in with grandma, the rest of your family, and maybe even check your TikTok feed. Trust me, you can do a ton of other stuff on the ship. You probably shouldn't be checking your phone, but again, if you do have to buy internet, share one internet package among multiple devices by logging in and out. And I know it's a lot easier to do on Android devices, but this will save you a ton of money, especially if the entire family needs to use the internet throughout your cruise. You can simply take your phone, log in through the browser, do all of your internet stuff, then log out and have somebody else in your party use the same exact login credentials, log in with their phone, and do what they need to do. This way you can use one phone at a time for your entire family. And by the way, if you find this helpful, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe so YouTube notifies you of my next money savings video when it comes out. And if you have your own favorite celebrity cruise savings tip, drop it in the comments down below. I would love to hear what you have to say about this. Now, you can also save money by drinking alcohol off the ship when possible. Obviously, buying drinks is cheaper on land. However, don't get carried away and forget to make it back to the ship because you're pounding tequila shots at the bar. This cost savings may not be worth the risk, so be careful with this one, but you can drink a little bit cheaper when you dock in port. If you do drink on the ship, always try the drink of the day. It's usually $3 to $4 cheaper. Another great way to save money is by bringing your own over-counter medication like ibuprofen, Tums, or Gas-X. On board, a single pill of ibuprofen can cost you up to $10, so bring your own. You definitely want to skip the spa. I know you might love getting pampered, but you'll get much better value at the local spa back home. There's nothing revolutionary or extraordinary here. No matter what they tell you, the ship spas are operated by an outside company that's there to make money. The spa employees don't even work for Celebrity. The spa services are on average 35% more expensive than what you'll find back home at your local spa. If you do need it, sure, it's there and I'm sure it's great, but just so you know, you're definitely overpaying. Celebrity does have an amazing spa experience. The thermal suites on the Edge class ships are definitely worth the money if you're into this sort of thing. I absolutely love it. I have a video link for you above. You can check it out. That's a really nice extra perk, but you definitely don't need any of those spa services because they are for sure overpriced. Celebrity excursions are convenient but often overpriced. You can find better and cheaper options by booking through a trusted local tour company. Just do your homework. Some private companies even guarantee to get you back on time. However, take what I told you with a grain of salt. Some people like to be extra careful and only book ship-sponsored excursions. You could also save by exploring ports on your own and not getting an excursion at all. With a little research, you can have an amazing day without spending a dime. However, be again very careful. You really need to do your research and know where you're going. Some places are safe, some places are not. Definitely do not just walk out there and wing it. Make sure you put in the research and know what you're getting into before you get off at that port by yourself. Now, one great way to save money is to consider repositioning cruises. Some people refer to them as like transatlantic cruises, right? This is where a one-way cruise moves the ship from one region to another, like from the Caribbean to Europe. They usually have much lower fares, but they also come with a lot of sea days and definitely require a one-way flight and possibly a hotel. So if you're flexible and love sea days, this could save you a lot of money, but make sure you do your homework and account for the extra costs involved with a one-way trip. Now, one great money-saving tips I'll have for you: don't fall for any of the shopping traps on board. I know that some people might not agree with me, but the truth is you really are not getting a great deal. There's a whole strategy on board to get you to buy things. Jewelry sales, art auctions, raffles, and shopping directors hyping up port deals on TV and any place you really go on a ship. There's gonna be amazing things, last minute sales, all these things that you have to go to, but you really don't. Let me be real, those last day Invicta watch sales, you'll find the same deals at your local mall. Those free diamond raffles from Effie, you'll waste time and likely end up spending. The art auctions, more of a performance than a bargain, unless you're trying to get free glass of champagne or really love art. I really don't see a point of going. Like I said, you're not getting a great deal. Don't trade your vacation times for sales pitches. Take a nap, enjoy the pool, or have a snack instead. Your wallet will thank you. Another tip for you: once you hit certain loyalty levels with Celebrity's Captain Club, you'll get discounts on drinks, spa treatments, and even more. So if you cruise often, this really adds up. Another small one for you: once you're on board, make sure to watch for onboard booking offers. If you book your next cruise while you're on the ship, you can snag some extra perks, onboard credit, or better rates. Not always, but there are times, like if they're introducing a new ship or something like that, where you can get those special introductory rates they only offer when they're on the ship. So it's a good idea to check if you're planning on booking your next cruise anyway. So that's 7 solid ways to save you money on your next celebrity cruise. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.